Memorial Day, a day where we remember those people who died to serve their country. And as we think of them, their sacrifice and their heroism, there's one particular person that we remember, especially what he said, what this Memorial Day is also about. Jesus Christ said, "Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." We enjoyed a lot of freedom and we owe it to them. But sometimes those freedoms we take for granted. And those freedoms actually were not, we know that they were not purchased by the gold of billionaires or by the skills of Hollywood celebrities or basketball, football stars. But this freedom that we have was purchased by the blood, by the sweat, by the agony of those people whom we honor during Memorial Day. When I go to memorial parks and stand there and I look at the tomb, and I can't help but wonder and see how many young people have given their lives, very young. And so it comes to my mind is thinking, what right do we have, millions of us pleasure seeking people when thousands of young men and women chose to die at the young age for our freedom? It makes me think that if these people died for our country, some of us, all of us, should live for our country. We don't want to waste their sacrifices. Even though the sacrifices of those who died in the war have been great when we look back, and yet the greatest sacrifice of all time was made by a young person, a young man on the cross who died that men and women might live. Unfortunately, we have neglected him too long. We have rejected even his message, his master plan for peace, his plan for deliverance. The memory of Jesus Christ take my mind back, and just like yours, back 2,000 years ago, when he was in another battle which was fought on the hill called Calvary. It was him alone who battled against the forces of evil. At first it seemed like it's futile and hopeless, but Jesus Christ took on Satan and his task force single-handedly. The jeers of the crowd, the mocking and the spittle of the Roman soldiers and the temple guards, and the sneering of the people were so minor compared to the inner struggle which was taking place in him. And so as we commemorate Memorial Day, let us do it with such profound gratitude for the men, for the women who gave their lives for the sake of our nation's survival. The Apostle Paul reminds us so much in 2 Timothy 2 verse 8, very, very clear when he said to Timothy, "Let us remember Jesus Christ raised from the dead." For the church, us, let us make this Memorial Day every day in remembrance of our hero, in remembrance of the person who died for us, in remembrance of Jesus Christ, who died on the cross and on the third day rose to life again. And those soldiers who died for the country are dead, we remember them, but our Lord Jesus, whom we remember, is alive.